Welcome back to the next session, stages. In this session, I'm going to explain you what are list of stages available in Process and Object Studio on the higher level. So when you open your processor object, you will be able to find list of stages available in your left hand side. So the first one is like pointer. It is used to point, as the name suggests. It's just going to point your stages wherever you are using your object or process pages. And the link is used to connect. Actually, it will be helpful for you to connect your stages. So it's going to act as a wiring between two stages. And you have a block is just used to highlight or used to isolate some certain stages. You can put any action items or pages or whatever you want. You can isolate it from the normal flow, or you can show it as a different section wise. You can mention it. First one is like login, logout, all these things. If you want to isolate it and show it in the different flow, you can use box stage. Even you can use it as data item also within this, saying like input, this is the input. And if you have output, you can mention that as output, so that you will have a proper segregation, what is input and what is output. So you can achieve those things with the block stage. And you have a process hand pages. Process is used to call sub process. So if you have other process which need to be called into this process, you have to use this process stage. When you double click it, it will allow you to ask different process. You can call any one of the process into this page. So it is basically used to call sub process into the main page, main process. And page is similar to that, as we call a sub process using process stage. Here you can call any pages using the page reference within the main page. You can call n number of pages, so you don't have any restriction for that. An action is used to refer or used to call object into the process studio. So as soon as you take, or if you take action stages and put it into your workflow and double click it, so it will ask you to enter a object name, which object you are referring, and followed by that you can use a page from the object, which page and which object you are referring. So decision is going to give you yes or no, which is like true or false. As you can give either expressions into it, or you can give a flag, so it's going to give you true or false. Or if you're giving any expressions, it's going to give you yes or no. So the first one, if you connect it, it's going to give you yes, and the other way it's going to give it as a no. So that's where wherever you need to place your decisions in your business flow, you can use the decision stages. If you want to use multiple conditions within your process business flow, you can use the same way. You have a choice stages, so you can use multiple decisions as well. So next to that, you have a calculation. If you want to perform any mathematical or arithmetic operations, you can use calculations. So to show an example, I can use like 2 plus 2, and I'm going to store it in the data item sum. So if I connect that and just run it, so I'll get the data item stored value as a sum, because it's going to compute the value within this expression. So 2 plus 2 sum. So similar way, if you want to do any multiple calculations within your process or object, you can use multi calculation stage. Data item is used to store a text, or it depends. It is actually a storage place where you can use a whatever different type of data types you want to use. Either it can be a number, password, text, whatever you want. You can define it and you can store the value. And similar to the data item, you if you want to store multiple rows or multiple line items, you can use a collection. So it is like a grouping of multiple data items in one form. It's for collection. And loop is basically if you want to iterate any certain number of rows or certain number of collections. If you want to perform some repetitive steps or iterative steps, if you can use loop stages. And loop will always accept only collection, so it won't accept any data item. Loop needs always multiple rows as an input, so you can give input here as like in the form, only in the form of a collections. It won't accept anything other than that. And notes is just to add a comment. It is similar to the comment where we have in the basic coding in Java .NET, wherever we do that. So it's just like more of a comment section to give additional information if you want to say like this is the reason for what it has been created. Anchor is, it's going to be just like a connector. You can use this anchor to connect between the stages. You can connect between the stages. So just like it's going to be like a connector between that. And start and end, as we know, it's going to be start, and each and every process should end up with end. It should not hang on the wall, because it should, when it is started, it should end, right? It should have a proper end. And alert stages, if you want to give any additional message or additional information when you run a process, you can use alert stage, which is which you can configure based on your requirement to business flow. You can give any informations within that, within the expression stages. And exceptions recover and resume, anyway we can see more in detail whenever we get into the exception handling part. So this is, so these are the list of stages which is available in Process Studio, and it's going to be the same in Object Studio as well, but instead of that you will have even reader stage, writer stage as well. So that's pretty much on the higher level of list of stages available in Process and Object Studio. See you in the next session.